In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your landing page up and running by starting out with a design, finding some free images and adding them to your page, and then adjusting them to the appropriate size. So if you've been enjoying these videos so far, please like, please subscribe, and please leave a comment, and that will help me make many more. Thanks. So I made a mock-up in Adobe Illustrator of what I want my landing page to look like when I'm done. This will help me just kind of organize my thoughts and be able to go step by step and gather the resources I need to make it look like this. I can see that I'm going to need a big hero image. I'm going to want some icons for SEO, speed, automations, just a code icon, icon for slideshows, subscribe, and custom menus. An icon for consulting, and that's about it. So now that I know what images I need, I can go out to the web and gather those up. So I already got all my images, but I'm going to show you a couple resources, and I'll put the links in the description for some places where you can get your own images. And first and easiest is straight from Shopify. So I'm up here on my slideshow, or my image banner, not my slideshow, and I'm going to choose first image. And I can actually choose free images. And my whole thing is kind of a map, so let me just look for a map. And look how cool this is. Look at how high quality of an image that is right off the bat. So I could use that, or another free resource is pexels.com. So these are free as well. Oops. So I'm on pexels.com, and I'm going to look for a map on here. And as you can see, there's some really nice map images on here as well. So this is one I could use. One of these. Really, a lot of these would look really great. And one I just found is UX Wing. So these are all free icons. And they're pretty big too, which is nice. So if I just look for, let's say support, I have an icon, and then I can download this full-size PNG. So I used a bunch of those for my design. So between those three free resources, you should be able to find enough images to get up and running. So now that I have an idea what my layout is going to look like, I can go through removing sections I don't want from my landing page and adding sections I do. So featured products, nope. Rich text, getting rid of that. And remember, I can always just add these back in if I change my mind. So I'm not doing anything permanent here. I'm gonna delete this whole section. And no video. And none of this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now click add section, and I'm gonna add a multi-column. There it is. So as you can see in my design, it kind of repeats. I have just one hero, and then it's a multi-column, image with text, multi-column, image with text, and a contact form. So that is the plan I'm going to follow. So I'm going to add another section. And choose image with text. And then add another multi-column. And then another image with text. And then below that, I want to have my contact form. I'm going to click save, and then I can start filling these out. So as you can see, we now have replicated what was in my illustration. There's no proper text yet and no images, but we have laid the groundwork to start adding those. So I'm going to start up at the top on my hero image, and I'm going to do first image, and I'm going to upload an image I made with Illustrator. And I'm probably going to hire a graphic designer to make this look actually professional, but for now that is good enough for the hero. It looks great. So I'm going to make sure I hit select, and then I'm going to see how this looks on mobile. And that looks good on mobile as well. Now a couple things if yours doesn't look like this. I have adapt section height to first image size. Look, if that's unchecked, it looks terrible. And then I also have show container on mobile. And so as you can see, it looks way better to have the text and the button below it so that whoever is using mobile can see the entire picture and understand what my website is about. Another thing that's on by default is the image overlay opacity. And that just makes, for at least for my purposes, it look really bad. So I turn that all the way down. I have this banner height at large. And so now we can see that it looks good-ish on desktop and on mobile. So we are good with our hero. I'm going to go ahead and click save and move on to the next section. So now if we choose multi-column, we can see over here in the left pane, we have 3 columns, which is good. Now I actually want to add an image. And looking back at my illustration, I want to do SEO, speed, and automations. So I went ahead and downloaded these ahead of time. So I was going to use this icon for SEO. See how this looks. That looks good. So I'm going to go to column 2. Oh, I didn't save. Classic. You got to make sure you save. So you got to select, save. And now I'm going to move to column right here and do the same thing. And that one looks good, so I'm going to move down to column 3, select an image for that, and I now have my 3 icons. I'll come back through and update all the text later. I'm just going to finish saving these changes and move on to the next section, which will be the image with text. And my next section was custom code. So I've got the image with text selected. And so over in the right hand pane, I'm going to upload another image. And I thought I had a code one. I guess not, but that's okay. I can just download one from uxwing.com. And that looks pretty good. So now I'll move down to the next multi-column and upload those images. So here I am working in the left pane right here and selecting the column. And I'll just add these. I think you're getting the idea by now. So I added those and we are ready to move down to our next image with text. And I'm going to make these alternate. So I'm going to do image second and save. And select my image. And I want this one to be consulting, so I'm going to add the consulting icon. Select and save. And then we are down to our contact form. One of the things I noticed is my images are a little bit aggressively large. So on this bottom image with text, I'm going to see if I can make that look a little bit better. If I mess with the height, it's going to squash it. Doesn't look great. I'm going to leave that as adapt to image. But if I mess with the width and make it small, it looks a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and save those changes and then do the same thing wherever else I can. And this one is just not playing nice, so I'm going to change the image a little bit. And I'm just going to go over to Canva, and I've got this blank design right here that I'm going to resize to 512 by 512. And then I'm going to go ahead and drag one of those images right onto it. Canva is pretty amazing, I have to say. And now I'm going to not take up the whole screen. I'm just going to put this right in the center. And then I'm going to download this. Keep a transparent background, why not? And that just was exported as Untitled Design 6. So now I'm going to upload that and see how that looks. See if that looks better. Change, upload, Untitled Design 6. And that looks a lot better. And I think I'm going to go through and do the same thing for these. These are just a little bit too in your face for me. I'd like those all to be about half the size. So I won't make you watch that. You can go ahead and look back at what I just did in Canva, and I'll go through and do these myself. And as you can see, that is significantly less aggressive. So I'm going to go ahead and give these three the same treatment. So that is all done, and we now have all of our images uploaded, and we have the layout just how we want it for our landing page. And next we can start going in and filling in the text. So that is about it for this video. If this was helpful, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. That really helps me. And thank you for watching.